Okay, so here's where I didn't plan ahead, is how to attach the upper tray to that. And again, that was on the fly. I think it's going to look cool like it is, but I didn't figure out a way. So I'm going to try something I've never done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hole in here using a 17/64" bit, and then I'm going to tap that hole. And then I think I can just send a bolt, a 5/16 bolt down through there. And then it's just a matter of finding something that kind of looks nice on top of that. We'll see how this goes. All right, so for this, I'm going to need a couple things. One is a 5/16 tap, which I keep loaded because I use them so much. And then a 17/64 drill bit. And if you're going to do a lot of this, get the good kind, right? But it's 17/64, and because this thing always wears out where it tells you what size it is, I always keep one of these guys handy because 17/64 is critical. If you go any larger than that, the threads won't work. It'll be too loose. If you go any smaller than that, it might not do it either. But so anyways, that's what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to load this into a little Wen drill press that I have, and then we'll go from there. Now I could have done this with just a regular handheld, but I wanted to get it pretty accurate. So I'm just going to use this. Plus, rounded stuff is hard to start, right? I should have put a dimple in it, but it's pretty soft. Whoop, see, it went off to the side there. So let me get that, let me get a punch. Okay, this is one of these guys. It's metal workers use them, and I'm going to punch that. In a handheld, and this is a 5/16 18 tap. I'm going through both the top and the bottom. Nice and gentle. Made it all the way through. Yep. Going to run just a test bolt in there. It kind of clears the burrs as well, and it seems to be working. Okay, starting with the bolt, I should have a washer on that, but this is just still a test run. And then I'm going to put it in I've got that threaded tenon, right? So I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so got that guy snugged up. So we now have our foot. Still nothing in there to support it really. But then I'm going to test the table now. Now this one, I'm going to have to clean up a little bit. Okay, so for something that has gotten as far gone as this, all I can do is, again, I got to get that tape out of there. Of course, it's not plugged in. So all I'm going to do is rebore that mortise. All right, so I now have a mortise rebored. Okay, so there always has been a hole down in there to that mortise, but normally I would use a single type of joinery to take this all the way through into that and then into the post. But because I didn't use a good drawing on this one, I kind of did it on the fly, I was camping, it didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these guys. It's an 82 degree. This is a metal cutting type. So I just pay the extra, get the metal kind, so I can use it on metal if I want. And then I have a hole in there. That's a 3/8 inch hole. And all I'm going to do is just bore that down a little bit. It just kind of cleans it up a little. Not the prettiest, but now that type of bolt will fit in there, and it's not bad. All right. Again, if I did another pour, I maybe would pour that right into it, but that will allow me to attach it to the post. I think we're going to find out here, right? Drum roll. So we've got that. And if not, I'll put some washer on there of some sort. I don't have any ballast on this thing, so it's not going to be super stable, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm putting that on the mortise, and then I'll put that bolt in there, and then somewhere I have a 3/16, right? And hopefully it goes in, which it did. Again, I'm just testing everything out, and what I could do is, again, I can just pour that, and then redo this so it looks nicer. I want to be able to always access that screw to be able to turn it out though. But again, what I'm getting at is I could take the screw out, put some tape underneath, and then do a whole new pour if I decided to do that again, because not to fix so much this, but just to clean that up even more. I could do one more pour, and then I would pour that entirely full, then I'd re-drill it, and then have a really, really nice finish on that. But other than that, we now have that going on. We have the leg, but again, there's nothing to hold it up, right? And then the only thing I need to do yet is test this guy that we just did to see if that's going to work. That would probably be easier to do it in a different way. Okay, at least now I know that's going to work. It's going into the, actually going into the copper itself. And that worked out pretty well. How about that? So you see some of the cleanup I still need to do with those drips. But other than that, we know that works. So really what's left is doing the ballast. So that'll be coming up next.